stolen weapons.
Yep. Gotta go get the crates.
I am far away.
You're far away from what?
The crates.
You're teleport to
There's
Scotty
so many
then.
guys.
Yeah, I don't know. The spawning here is so fucked. I don't know. The spawning of bad guys here is absolutely dreadful.
It'll be okay.
Dude spawned right in front of me, I'm upset.
I saw that.
Dude literally just phased into existence.
We fighting him?
Yeah. All right.
Been going. Also the lizards.
Lizards have been good.
They're great.
They've been chilling. The one really likes strawberry, so that's cool.
Yep.
Ruby has not gained any intelligence, but it's alright. What spell was that?
That's her
That
wand.
yeah, it's my staff.
That's insane. Where'd you get that?
I didn't buy it, so I guess I just had it.
That's insane. You didn't do any other special dungeons or anything?
No, I can't do dungeons by myself. Popper, hello, welcome, welcome.
Summons himself to fight.
Heck yeah. No one can get the job done like me.
Rough.
He has a -20 on him.
That sucks. This is gonna do like no damage, but we're doing it anyway.
Oh, it's going to stay around for a while.
Guess we're just fighting the water for right now.
That's right.
Oh, there it is. Alright, what are we looking at here?
Munch, hello. Why are you so cool? Oh, thanks for thinking I'm cool. You're probably the only person who's ever thought that.
Man.
Sandra's a pretty cool cat, I'm sure.
Oh,
Someone's thought it in
dang.
the past.
Dang, I'm a pretty cool cat. I'm not a cat.
Bruh, dude's gonna do like 500.
I think he's talking about your armor and stuff. Could be talking about you. But like compared to us, your armor's pretty fucking cool.
Dude, I got horns on my helmet, bro.
I know.
Sandra, I'm gonna need a heal.
Okay.
I'm gonna die.
Sandra's a cat? No. I'm a squirrel.
Well, love this spell. It's such a cool spell. Ceased.
Yeah, get out of here. Sandra exposed. You're funny, Munch. You're a funny guy.
Sam.
Yeah.
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 Actually, I could try to hit the guy in the middle with a lot of health. I'll hit him with Skeletal Pirate.
Scotty, can you kill that last guy?
I can try.
Best of luck.
Yeah. Afraid of him passing me. Shit.
Thank you for the hydrate, Munch.
Damn.
There you
Oh,
are.
Feels nice, dude.
Shut up, Romeo. Okay. Now collect these crates.
Swear to God, if I cross the street and some guy just spawns in front of me again, I'm gonna have words.
The child has to be.
Did I still not get that? No, I did. Okay.
I'm next to a crate.
Get it. You need 4 too.
I got 4.
Oh,
I just need
dang.
one more.
I need one more too.
Just need one more crate and I'll be done. It's probably
Tell it
one
to
down
me.
here.
If I get pulled into a battle, I swear to God.
Boom, just like that. We gotta go talk to Home.
Wait, I still need one.
We're
Yeah,
gonna get to
keep
Home
going.
Dog so you can teleport. If you teleport to me right now, there's another crate.
I found one.
Okay. I saw it on my screen. You were glitching outside of the map, Scotty. Was it true on yours?
No.
Sorry.
I wish I could just enter the bamboo forest and just enter the 2D bamboo forest. That'd be neat, but
That'd be a little neat, huh?
talk to Shojiro. Shojiro.
Shojiro.
I am 30
Already
away
got
from
that.
him.
I already got that clam. Can't
If
fool me.
anyone wants to teleport.
I'm pretty close.
Hey, I leveled up, boys. Level 31.
Alright. We're defeating more pigs.
Sansoku Bandit.
Sansoku Bandit.
Bandit, boys.
Is that...
I rewatched the fight where
That's-
Goku
Yeah, Sam? Go on.
fights Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
It was insane.
That's so cool. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So Chi-Chi is Goku's wife, right?
Yes.
The whole thing with
Are we
Dragon
gonna
Balls,
get in
they
a
met
fight?
when they were kids.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
teleport to
just-
me, boys.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Yeah, let's get out of the road.
Oh, I entered someone else's fight. Oh, let's go.
I'm not...
You know what?
Dude, all these people are myth. I'm upset.
Munch said, did you know Mario is actually his last name and his first name is Itsumi? But I can't tell if it's a lie or not because they're called the Mario Brothers. So I need someone to look it up.
Where's
I'll
the
research
Italian?
it.
Hi,
I
Davi.
got it. His full name is Mario. He's a plumber.
No, it's not. They did not do him like that.
Apparently, to Wikipedia, it is. I don't know what you want.
Oh, Mario.
And I'm assuming Luigi is Luigi Mario.
Look it up. We looked that up. Hello, Davi. How are you?
Yep, Luigi's name is Luigi Mario.
Mario.
He's a twin brother Mario.
Damn.
They are both plumbers.
Yeah.
When?
That guy's like.
Oh, it was a joke, and I didn't get it.
The big oof cylinder.
It's a me, Mario. That was a joke.
Oh, it's me.
No, I'm out here like, Isami. I'm sorry, Munch. I'm doing well as well, Davi. Alright.
Can you attack, or can someone attack that first one?
Yeah, I got that. I can kill the second one too, probably.
They're gonna be dead. They have no hope.
Aren't they miss? Oh,
he fizzled.
Alyssa.
Hold on.
Alyssa.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh. 202 instead of wow. Wow.
Ooh.
I was not expecting it to kill all of them.
Okay. Now we gotta. Wait. We defeated the wrong guys.
No, we have to defeat them too.
Oh, okay.
We have like a list of people we need to fight.
No!
Sandra, no!
way.
I tried to cross the street.
Just tell us if you need help, and we'll
I
come over if you need help.
should be okay.
Alright, well I found the guys, so I'm just gonna... I should really check on my plants. Sam, are you nearby?
No, I went and, I'm helping Sandra. Why does Sandra have 6 pips on turn 1?
Because I used my pip spell.
Oh.
And it gave me hella pips.
I see that.
We played on Thursday.
Oh dear, pardon me.
It's all gonna be dead.
Dang.
Fam, that's crazy.
What?
I don't know.
Hi, Apple. How are you? Oh, you really did me like that. Oh.
What are you going crazy about, Sandra?
Apple came in here and was like, "Hi, Miss No Teeth Bald Spot Sandra."
Why?
Because I have no teeth
Because
and I
her
have bald
character.
spots.
Yeah, on her little VTuber.
Your VTuber have bald spots.
It's just how it
Parts
is.
You don't see unless you turn the head a lot.
I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Thank you.
Bruh.
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 You got something cooking up? Let's go, son.
We got
Hell yeah.
They dead?
No.
God, Sandra.
They're all heavily damaged, though. I'm just not dead. I'm just not getting attack spells.
Yeah, I'm not getting heals.
Sandra, maybe you should optimize your deck for heals.
But I want to do damage too.
You're a support character, Sandra.
No, I want to be main character.
You want to be main character? Then I would have been the healer.
I'm going to die.
Sandra, can I teleport?
I don't know yet. Ah, why can't I get a freaking heal?
If this hits, I should be killing one of them, Sandra, so that's good at least.
Who?
Stand by,
What if
guys.
what hits? What are you doing?
On bird.
Firebird? Okay.
I could actually, what I'll do is I'll pass this turn, and I'll try to use Meteor next turn and kill all of them.
Okay. Oh dear.
Stand by in case you guys need.
Oh. Oh, got a light heal.
Nice. Let's see if you survive.
Don't talk like that. Phew, thank God.
I can take a hit or two, that's good.
Oh
That
no.
might be the one thing that could have one-shot you.
God damn it. And now they're dead and I'm gonna have to go all the way back to spawn.
It's a bigger son.
Huh. Oh. Wait, what happened? I think I have something on me. Cause I had 1 health and it let me stay. Ah!
No,
It's
fucking
fine.
way,
It's
Sandra.
fine. It's fine.
Dude.
Come on.
Sandra got sucked into another fight.
Sandra! I'm teleporting.
I didn't mean to.
That's awful.
I know.
Hopefully I'll get a heal and I can heal you. This is all kinds of jacked. Oh, Sandra has full health. Okay.
Yes, I have full health. Just bad luck.
If you get your pip spell, you should use it on me or Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty.
We just have AoE attacks. Upset Sandra sounds.
Fine. Whoa.
Nice.
It's myth.
What do you see, Sam?
I can kill the first guy.
Probably just attack the last guy with a minor chill. My one spell. I don't have a AoE spell at the moment.
I do, but
No, if
I'll
you
do
wanna
like
do it,
320 at least.
I mean, I got big boosts on those two guys, so.
Yeah, we'll try it. We'll see what's up.
You're talking like 320 without the buff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna do like.
Well, it's
At
without the
least
buff,
450.
and then they're boosted, but the one guy has a shield, and then they have traps on them.
The one guy with the shield might survive, but that one guy with
Oh,
the
he'll
traps is
definitely
probably
survive.
gonna
That's a
die.
negative 80.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, since
Goodbye.
it's a single shield. Jeez.
Because I had the feint on me as well.
Get him, little guy.
Little dude.
Why did I pass?
Maybe you didn't choose.
That's some bullcrap.
Well, that'll do more damage.
So that's bullcrap I didn't choose on time. Here you go, boys. I think the last two are definitely be dead, and I'm not sure. The first guy is gonna be all kinds of life, but it's just that one guy.
And I fizzled. Fuck. Rest in peace, Sunbird.
What's it looking like?
I'm
Nothing.
playing with lightning bats, and they do pretty insane boost damage, so.
You got lightning bats?
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
No, if it hits, you'll die.
Go, boys. Oof!
Like those odds, they don't. The math doesn't work.
I don't have anything. So I'm just gonna kill him.
I'm gonna
I don't have
try.
anything that powerful. I have air. Actually, if you don't hit Sandra, I have vampire. Vampire will hit. I'm coming back for blood.
It's very uncommon for a life spell to not hit. Alrighty, now let's get out of this godforsaken place.
Okay. Back to where we're supposed to be going.
Alright, boys, I'm in battle. Let's go.
Yep.
Shit! Oh, that's where we're supposed to be, though.
Yes.
Yes.
People.
Okay.
Let's people.
Balance.
If I can't get Tempest, because I already have a power pip. So maybe in a couple of rounds I can hit him real good.
Oh no. They're just gonna buff all of each other.
Bruh. This guy's gonna hit me with something. I could kill one of them, or we could just keep going.
Let's just wait for the Tempest.
Clear out my deck a little bit then.
Well, Sandra, let's do damage to that guy with
Yeah.
electric shields.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the same page. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Homie's definitely dead now.
Alright, I got Tempest, and it'll do at least 400, and I have a plus 35 on me.
Okay, sweet.
So we're going for it. Might even kill the second guy. He doesn't have...
He
Should
only
kill
has
the second
95
guy.
health, yeah.
Right.
Bruh. My god. Still did 2. Stop hitting me. Why you keep hitting me, bro?
How do you know they're coming to hit you?
They do the ring.
Yeah, the ring lights up.
Oh.
Alright, hopefully all of you perish. Oh, they're so close. They have like 10 health.
How'd they survive?
They have like 10 health left, that's it.
Hello, Sandra? Oh, fuck. Oh, I was just staring at where your character was. So I was like, where'd she go?
Oh.
You go talk to the lady again.
Wasn't that a man?
Is Shojiro, is that a man or a woman?
I would guess Shojiro is a boy.
Yeah.
Wow, look at Sandra walking.
Okay, you know.
Look at that. I'm already like at the person, basically.
I'm happy
Hey,
for you.
Doria.
What?
I'm literally 60 away, and Sandra's probably at like 150.
Listen, 190, and I don't need you to talk to me.
Crazy. I know what's crazy about My Hero, dude.
What?
Season 1, like, no one knew about that shit.
Well, yeah,
Look
it's
how
like
that Season
new,
1
you know?
came out. Yeah, but look up, it was so underground, and now it's a giant.
Don't call something underground, that cringes me.
It was, though.
It was underground, Sandra.
Stop.
What if I told you Sonic was underground?
Shut up.
What if I told you that for speed was underground?
Sonic Underground.
Does no one get that?
Sonic Underground.
Need for Speed Underground was a video game, but whatever.
Oh, I know. It was a good game.
It's the
Made
joke,
promise
Sam.
that no one... Oh, I get it.
It was a joke,
Sonic
Sam.
Underground. I am 200 away from the Otomo Courier.
I am 100 away from the ultimate carrier.
You and your fucking teleports.
I am 250
Actually, I
away.
haven't teleported, so
What the fuck? Where's my
driving
way?
there on my bird.
Room time. I wonder where this home is gonna be.
Probably. Yo, there's tree homies over here.
Yeah, the Ents.
They're called... What are they called? Confused Forest Warriors.
Dang.
I am next to the courier.
I take a wrong turn. I took a wrong.
There's like just one of them, and we have to be sure to get in a fight with him and not the 30 other things around him, which is the problem.
That's nice.
Yeah, and he just vanished.
What do
You
you?
could always jump into this guy's fight. This
All-
guy has one in his.
Yeah, all of these
Jump.
guys are the carriers.
Not all of them.
Well, no, but like decently, like half
There's
of
some.
them.
When I was watching, there was only one for a while, so
Look, we just got 3.
this guy probably needs our help anyway.
We'll see.
If he kills everything, it'll be pretty sad.
I don't know. He's got a lot of power, and he's not
Yeah,
really
yeah,
doing
a lot of
anything.
things.
Oh well.
Yeah, he's about to do a meteor. It's not gonna kill the second two though. Heck yeah, Sandra, give me those pips.
This guy's drip is so cursed.
Who's? We're with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His drip's cursed.
There's like a Wizard City hat. Weird. Yeah, it looks like he just walked out of Wizard City with miscellaneous gear from Soul Lane.
Jesus. Taking the 50s all around, boys.
Yeah.
Where did you get that spell from?
I think an amulet.
Hit
I think
into one.
it's 1 to 4.
I'm so upset. I'm gonna try this because I think it's a cool spell. What's that guy doing?
I couldn't tell you.
500 over 3 rounds to all enemies?
Sam, I'm hitting that guy.
Huh?
I'm gonna kill that guy.
Okay.
This guy's about to kill everything, so. There's no animation, I just put the things on him.
Yeah.
Rip.
That was a lot for how little that did.
Well, it's supposed to be 10, 100, or 1,000 damage.
So it was 100.
Yeah, so it's 100.
In my bag in 2008. You are indeed, Dee Dee. How are you? We're
2008
replaying.
was a banger year.
We're playing all
The
of it.
stock market crashed.
Yeah, how fun. I don't have anything.
What's the biggest, Sandra?
Yeah. Welcome, Dee Dee. I hope you have a fun time watching us relive your childhood. Reliving everyone's.
There we go.
That's how it's done, boys.
Is this gonna be a cool one, or is it gonna be hecka lame?
Oof.
Nice.
Good job.
Oh, he's about to die. Pass.
Oh,
He's gonna die because of that fire.
gotcha. Gotcha.
Damn, now we need to go talk to Shojiro.
Shojiro again. Mr. Shojiro.
Stick as far to the left as you possibly can.
Dama-san.
On this on.
お姉さん。
On this on.
旦那さん。
Kind of forget. Onisan's brother.
Correct.
Older brother.
お兄さん。お兄ちゃん
Otosan?
お父さん
Which
Yep.
is... Otosan is... It's one of the older members of the family.
Correct.
And you're
Is
not
it
wrong. but
grandmother?
No, 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 not that old.
you're- Otosan.
ねえ、お父さん。
Yeah. Otosan.
Dad?
Yeah, 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 Dad.
Okachan.
お母さ
Yeah,
ん。
that's mom.
お母さん。
Onesan. That's Onesan and
Sister.
Onichan. Yeah, that's Onesan is.
I'm your お姉さん dude. You're my 弟。
Sorry, older sister is what I meant. Onesan. Defeat Dodaga.
You guys can go ahead and teleport to me. I'm at the dungeon.
Scott used a teleporter.
Yeah, they're lit. Always use them. I remember the bosses in this road being kind of difficult, if I remember.
Don't remember anything. Damn, he called us mediocre.
He called me mediocre. What am I,
Damn.
average white guy?
I mean.
Sandra. Boy. 1200, huh?
Easy win.
Pretty trash. I already got a Tempest in my hand if I can just get the pips. Sam, what are you doing? Wow, thank you, Sam.
Ow.
Wizard, I love that spell, but now that I'm not one, that's an awful spell.
Dang.
Yeah, waste your pips on a blood bat, idiots.
I'm just gonna keep saving up for my Tempest.
You do that.
Big money, big money.
Nice.
There you are,
I'll
3
be dead
pips.
next round. That's not true. Hit the big guy. That big guy's gonna have a little bit more trouble.
That's fine, I can hit him.
Sandra, if you have like a wand you could hit him with, that'd
Yeah,
be
yeah.
super dope.
I think I might.
Bro. Upset.
Just use something small, unless you think you'll still
I
do
don't
enough
have
damage to
anything
kill him.
small.
Yeah, I got one.
My smallest is bats.
Bro, my Wi-Fi turned off. I'm sorry to hear that, Dee. I'm glad you're back with us. Hello.
Well, bats use the least amount of pips.
Yeah. I'm going for it. We're doing it. So I have 8 pips,
I think I need to turn him.
so it's 640
Down.
damage. That's minus 25 plus 35.
There we go.
Well, I killed his minions and took him about down to half.
That's something.
Actually, it should be more than half. You should only have like 300 left. Yeah, he should be under 100. At least around 100.
52?
52 Tempest.
one more time.
Well, you know how to pronounce my name. Everyone fails the first time. Really? Deity reigns. I guess maybe it's because it's something that people don't see a lot, like actually written. That's probably what it is. My name is Sandra. I'm a squirrel that speaks Japanese and English. Welcome to the stream. We're playing, you know, wizards. I'm a voice actor. I don't know, that's about it.
Shojiro Gama.
Shojiro Gama. Yep.
I'm Adam. If you guys want to teleport.
Makes sense. Are you actually a voice actor? What do you mean? Am I? Yes.
Anisai Fukido. Fukido.
Sanisai Fukido. If you want, you can follow me, and then you'll get some nuts, and you can buy an Ayaya or an Uwu and hear my lolly voice. This guy's house is on fire.
A lot of the houses are on fire there.
Are they?
You should fix that.
Yeah, what the heck? Bet. I think, yeah, if you follow, you get like 300, I think. Yeah! Thank you for the follow. Oh. He did indeed.
Horses? Dude.
Go to the...
Roberto's family is here.
Roberto's family?
Yeah.
This is
Dang.
gonna be like a giant game of Frogger, Scotty, I think.
What are you guys talking about?
Getting to this place that we need to get to. We need to, like, cross the street. Wait, we might not have to. Why is the arrow being weird? We literally don't have to go there. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think... You don't need to go to the main building.
No, you need to go on the other side of it to the other road.
Easy. Easy.
I'm scouting the second tower.
What level are you? I think 30? 29. So almost level 30. Oh. Apparently we did it together. No, I walked under it. I bet that's what it was. Got it, got it, got it. You have other characters? No. Well, I mean, I have whatever I was back in 2011. But I think she only became like a level... I think the highest I got was 25. So now we're doing it all from scratch again. And that's that.
By the last tower.
It's there. See it.
Alright, you can teleport to me, because I had a marker by him.
Back at Shojiro?
The guy we just got our thing from.
Yeah, okay. Or, no. Sanisa?
Fukido.
Fukido? Okay. Do I need to go down?
You need to destroy the supplies. And Sam just leveled up.
Yeah, sure. I'll destroy the supplies.
Yeah, destroy them supplies.
Where are the supplies? Scotty, what are you doing?
Wait, are you guys still
I
at
don't
Fukido?
know.
I never went.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I still had to go to the third outpost.
Yeah, that's fine. Teleport to me. We're not far from them.
Okay.
Like, look at your little fucking arrow. Goddamn.
No, because I was like 500 away. I
have
thought
to
about playing this
teleport to
game
me,
again
what
many
the-
times. I don't remember my login. If you can remember the email you used, then it's pretty easy to get your stuff back. But I know when you're younger, you make emails that you're like, you know what I mean? Don't really mean anything. Are we? Yeah, supplies at Takita Outpost.
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's
Literally
the
where we
big
were.
building.
The big building where you want to play Leapfrog?
Yep.
Okay.
I just need one more, but I cannot find one.
I was lucky and there was 4 in the line.
Dang. There's one.
I've just been blitzing across the street, hoping not to get caught.
There's one near me if you teleport.
Email long gone. Last time I played was 2010. Yeah, I felt that. Fortunately, I have always used the same email.
Gang.
But some people don't use, I don't know, Young Tiger 14 at MSN.com or whatever. AOL.
Man, dude, what the
I don't know.
fuck?
I cannot find another crate. I have found one.
Don't join this battle, I got it.
Wish I was smart enough to
Gotta
keep
make my
that
way to
email.
Tomo.
I only had one. Well, I had a few when I was younger, but I never really used the other ones, so luckily, yeah. And then when I got back on this time, it let me combine them all into one account, so I did that.
Yep.
I was like, hey, you know those 4 different email addresses I used? Can I just... Why did I do that when you can just make multiple wizards? Because I didn't know. I was dumb.
You guys can teleport to me after you've gotten the crates.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
I'm by
great?
Fighting.
I'm by the supply runners. Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to walk around and wait for stuff to load in. Where the heck are these Oh, I saw one. There's one. Oh, okay. Oh, got caught on that katana. So do you voice act for anime? Not yet. I've done some games, but they're indie games, and I don't know if many of them are out yet. And so I can't really talk about them until they are out. Where the heck are these crates? There's like a Yu-Gi-Oh-esque card game, and like a... There's a few different ones. One where it's like a warrior battle game? Spill the beans, lol, JK. I don't know. I don't know what the, like... I don't know what the limitations are on that stuff. I just don't want to spoil the game for anyone. Because I know how it ends, you know? And it's like a story game. Oh, I hate how that bunny sounds like a horse. Where the heck is this last crate? Character dies at the end, doesn't he? It's like a group of characters, and I am one of them. That's all I can say, I guess. It's like a team game. I don't know if it's a team game per se, but you're probably one of the members in the team. You're probably, you know, like main character boy, and then you have two boys and 2 girls in your team or whatever. Where the hell is this last crate? I'm gonna go insane.
Go around the house or go around the
Keep
outside.
running around. They respawn.
Man.
Bro, the amount of trolls I've been hit with is so fuck. And all to not get, like, death gear. Upsetting.
You'll be okay, bud. We'll fight Olympus someday and get you some gear. I'm guessing. You're funny. No, you play all different types of characters. I've played Onia-chan and I've played the lolly, you know. I played cat girls. Cat girls are fun. Meow, I get it. Oh. To be blessed with Neferpiti.
Neferpito.
Neferpito.
I don't know what that means.
It's a character in an anime we're watching, and every time she says now, she says meow, because she's a cat. So she'd be like, meow, I get it. And it just makes you, you know.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful.
That's pretty awful.
And it wouldn't be so awful, but she says meow all the time. She's like, meow, we're getting somewhere. Nyafro.
Pretty wild.
Nyaru hodo. Oh, Carrie, you're good. What's your favorite indie game? I don't know. The problem is I don't know which games are indie and which aren't.
I like kind of cheap budget games, so like Slender Man.
No, Slenderman's awful. I hate it.
I hate Slender.
Because it's terrifying.
It's just poking through Sam's rug.
Power.
I got it. Now I gotta talk to Shai Fang. Shai Feng? I don't know Chinese. Oh. Castle Miners.
Sam's photo ornament.
Castle Miner Z was my favorite.
Yo, Castle Miners is crazy good.
You know that?
Yep.
Hmm.
It's like Minecraft, but you're able to use like your Xbox to create a character. You can get lightsabers, and there's how the world goes. So Minecraft, you know, it's like everything's the same. How Castle Miners works, and the farther you get away from spawn, the more difficult the game becomes.
Huh.
So eventually, there's like aliens and zombies can like burrow through your structures. It's fucking, it's such a good game.
Got it. Yep. Apparently, Sam liked your game, deity. Samu, join the battle row. Senso.
Oh boy.
What a bonding moment you two just had over Castle Miners.
Castle Miners was fire.
Sam knows the sauce. Never heard that.
I've tasted the sauce and know of its secrets.
Speaking of sauce, what are we doing for dinner?
Your mom?
Sam.
I don't know, but I am hungry.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hungry.
Your mom's so fat she rolls off both sides of the bed.
BRB. No problem, deity.
Okay, I have Tempest. Have some Feints. What are we thinking? Guys? Sandra's going full ham and just hitting someone with a rock.
Yeah, it's what I can do. Firebird and Meteor won't work. Barbarian mode? Always, always. Carrie, how are you? What's up? What do you think of what is it? Pedo? Neferpito. They're pretty cool. Pedo is great. Love them. Yeah, they're great. I can't do anything. Okay.
Just gonna
no, Pedo sucks. Munch. Pedo's good.
I don't think Peter's very good.
You never even seen it, Scotty.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Talking about cat.
Cat.
Now I get it.
From like Salmon Cat?
What? No.
Like
What?
Cat, the leatherette.
Cat dog? First off, I was Cat Noir, not a woman.
Yeah, Cat Noir, that person.
Wait, don't spoil for me, Munch. Oh, actually, I already know what you're talking about, but don't spoil it for other people. No spoils in chat, bro.
Spoiled it.
How far you've got? I'm still on the ant arc, but I'm near the end of it, I think. We got...
We're getting close. Kamugi and the Ant King just started playing Gungi.
Sandra, we need heals.
Uh-huh. I was gonna say, we're where Chameleon Boy's trying to get with Knuckle, right? Aren't they? Yeah.
Knuckles is my favorite Sonic character.
Does that ant arc have an end to it? I haven't seen it in forever. It's the last season,
It does have an
right?
end to it. No, it does have an end to it. Then it starts up the other arc.
And then it just stops.
Yeah, well, it has a kind of like pseudo ending that was the original ending.
Oh, okay.
Since they've changed it.
Chameleon Boy's pretty cool. I don't like Chameleon Boy much.
From Chameleon Boy?
Just bad vibe. Oof. Man, we could really use some heals, guys.
Damn, if only we had a healer
Looks like
on our
that's your
team.
job.
Well, if Pita is your taste, obviously is wrong. Dang.
Dude, Sandra, I'm at 125, bro.
Oh god, that guy's back. I don't know, I like a lot of the characters. I really like main ant boy. What's his name?
Talk about Mara.
No, he's not main ant boy.
Colt.
Colt. I like Colt. Colt's cool.
Cursed Drip is back.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No. He is back. It's him.
Dude has 29 health. Does anyone have anything?
Yeah, I got something. JT, welcome back. We're talking about anime. Don't worry about us.
When you fail to click on the guy 3 times.
When you think you click on the guy and then time just runs out and you don't fight. Get him, boy. You weebs. That's right. You're not a weeb? You're over here watching a virtual squirrel girl and you're not a weeb? Can't imagine what that life is like.
Look like.
I'm gonna go the other way.
Oh no! Our table!
Yeah.
It's
Broken. Sam, you never answered what we're doing for dinner.
berries and cream.
Shut up, Scotty.
You little lad?
Do a little lad dance.
When you're a little lad and you like berries and cream and your nan passes away.
My brain, it melts.
Why is your brain melting?
I don't like the berries and cream meme. Ever since Alyssa showed to me, I don't know. To me, it's just
cursed.
not that funny.
It's cursed. It's only funny because when you go back on TikTok after someone has said it around you, that's all you get for the next 12 hours.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Feet Otomo Quartermaster at the Tatakai outpost.
Tatakai means to fight.
350 away.
It's a verb as well. Tatakai shimashou. Let's fight.
Ding, ding, ding.
And that's your daily Japanese lesson. Just kidding, we don't do that on this channel. But imagine.
Nope.
No.
Oh.
Let's just go to Twitch just chatting and teach Japanese 1 every day.
I did that at the beginning. The problem is people miss class, and then, you know, it's like you're reteaching the same thing over and over. You get new viewers, and they're like, I don't get what's happening. I was like, I know, because we're on chapter 37. Sandra Sensei, when's our next Japanese lesson? Stop, I don't do that anymore. That was what I did when I first started Twitch. So I'm seriously scripting the program to program the widget that activates when Sam or Scotty talks. It's just code. It's just a little code. If you'd like it, I can give it to you. Is that from your dark past? It's from before I was a squirrel. Before I was cursed.
Is that the lore? Is that the lore behind the squirrel? Is that your curse and now you're a squirrel?
I got it.
Sandra, teleport.
I'm close. Let me come. Let me talk to my audience and walk. Yeah, it's from when I was a little blonde girl back in the day. When I was
Proceeds to vomit on the floor.
when I was 3D, if you can believe that or not. When I was a 3D girl before I got cursed to live a 2D squirrel life by a witch. All right, let's go.
Just a 3D squirrel living in a 2D world.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's amazing. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen it before. Really? Alright, we don't need you to keep talking, Scroll Man. I believe you can look up PNG tubers, so they're kind of like VTubers, but not, but they can do that. They use that sometime. They're horses.
Imagine being a horse.
I'm a squirrel. I can imagine being a horse. Oh, he neighs.
That's awful.
Oh, this game. Every time it just snaps you back in.
Thank you.
Okay. Are we just gonna wear down the three guys and then try? Okay. Okay. You know.
I'm just debuffing homies.
Okay.
Staring into the lonely abyss.
Dang.
What's worse is if the abyss is not lonely.
Oh yeah, if there's monsters in the abyss, that's scary. Wow.
It's just William Shatner in a spaceship.
I'm sorry.
He went to space. You don't know that? Blue Origin.
Yeah, didn't a group of people float around the Earth just enough to be called astronauts?
Astronauts, yeah.
Yeah.
William Shatner was in the.
That's the guy Dad likes, right?
Yeah, Dad has a picture.
Captain Kirk, yeah.
Apparently he got back and Jeff Bezos just did not care, but he had this life-changing experience. I'm gonna kill the first guy.
Okay.
Apparently, yeah, he had this life-changing experience, and Jeff was like, yeah.
What do him and Jeff do together?
Jeff runs Blue Origin. It's his company.
Oh, I thought maybe it was the other guy. Elon.
Elon has SpaceX.
Oh, they're rival companies. Wow.
Bro, I am so upset that didn't do much damage at all. I've never been so upset.
Here, you can look at all my enemies. What is my top, though? I don't know. Every cult needs Japanese food, whereas cheap, delicious, and there's 15 places in a 10-minute walk. Yeah, Japan's culture is pretty good. Most parts of it. Some parts of it are not good at all, but it's fine.
Yakuza.
Yakuza? No, the Yakuza aren't. They're whatever. I don't know. I liked Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist is really good. I'm liking My Hero. I think My Hero's good. Sam, what are some good anime?
It's in Spanish.
What?
Kenichi.
Kenichi? Yeah, I never saw that.
Kenichi's amazing.
Munch, why do you think that, huh? Do you not like it? Because Munch says My Hero is trash. And he probably just...
The fan base is pretty trash.
just thinks that because he's met someone who likes it.
That's the problem. The problem is the people who like My Hero are some of the cringiest people. However, My Hero is not a bad show.
My Hero is really good.
Rough because Deku's a crybaby bitch, but as soon as we get
and Bakugo tells him to kill himself.
Oh, you know what's a good anime, Sandra?
What's a good anime?
Host Club.
You liked Host Club?
I liked Host Club.
I think it's pretty
good. I
good.
don't remember a lot of it, but I remember it being good.
Interesting.
Interesting. It's like someone just silently judging me for my anime taste.
The one that starts with a T is good. That one that Sam mentioned. What? Starts with a T?
Kenichi?
Yeah, Kenichi starts with a K, my man. Not just the fan base. The pacing is abysmal. Every other arc is a boring school arc. Host Club is great.
School,
Kenichi is great. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the whole point.
The whole point's that they're in school, and I will say, I read the manga. The manga pacing is a lot better than the anime. Because that Class A versus 1B did not last nearly as long as in the anime.
I don't know, yeah, they're just high school kids, so...
Yeah, if it's just bonkers all the time, the world's gonna fall apart, and it's kind of like...
Yeah.
I don't want to say what, but like, it's leading up to something bigger. So, have faith.
I think it's pretty good.
Boruto is middling.
Boruto! My Hero is good, but the fan base sucks.
Right. Naruto's on screen.
Okay.
Like, if anyone brings up the argument, but the most recent fight in Boruto, it's like, that wasn't Boruto's fight at all.
Yeah, it's Naruto, yeah.
That was Naruto taking back the show.
Didn't even try Boruto. Yeah.
Pacing, yeah, Boruto. Boruto would be like, we're fighting this god-ending Otsutsuki, and it's like, oh man, I got a math test! Boruto... It's horrible.
It has episodes it wants you to care about that are just filler. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not very bueno.
The filler is pretty awful.
Black
Clover. I'm not caught up, but Black Clover has been pretty good.
Yeah, Black Clover. The last couple arcs were just insane. I don't know how they kept one-upping everything. The hype it generates makes you want to go do a bunch of push-ups and sit-ups.
Boruto is better in the manga. It's nothing like the anime. Filler is always trash. Yeah.
Yeah, if you liked
Filler is always trash.
Yeah, if you liked what's the one? If you like Soul Eater, you'll probably like Fire Force, made by the same guy.
Never seen that one either.
Fire Force is pretty good.
People were talking about it that they were. What's the one that Mikey is in? What's that anime?
Oh, Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah, is that good?
It's pretty alright. It does kind of what Erased does.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you watched Erased.
What's the other one that does what Erased does?
Are you talking about ReZero?
No, the other isn't it a movie? I don't remember. Some other one we were gonna watch.
Your Name.
Yeah, Your Name.
Kimi no Nawa.
I started Tokyo Avengers, but I gave up. Steins Gate? I watched Steins Gate, but way back in the day, so I don't really remember a lot of it.
Yeah, Tokyo Avengers, the beginning is kind of meh. I watched the first season. I have not started the second yet.
Sam, did you like Steins Gate?
I have never actually seen Steins Gate.
Okay, we should watch it together, because I watched it back in Nam, but I don't remember it. Steins Gate's amazing. I think a lot of people like Steins Gate.
Let's find these towers again.
But I don't know, because for some people it was their first anime. So it's just like the people who are like, Oh my god, Soul Eater is the best anime I've ever seen.
Yeah, when in reality, it's just because you haven't
And
seen
it's like,
it, which
you're
isn't a bad thing, and it's always good to be like, I
12.
don't know, everybody will always have a personal bias, but
Right. Yeah, I have a bias against Naruto. I think Naruto's really good. But it also has its flaws. Like, English dubbing was not what it was back in 2003.
dude, no, his gravelly voice. Naruto would be
Sakura!
like, Sakura! He sounded fucking terrifying. And then Sasuke's voice actor was the only one who could comprehend a Japanese name, so he'd be like, Naruto, Sakura. And then Naruto would be like, Sakura! What's up?
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Burn the towers. Dang,
Yeah, how
okay.
do we burn the towers?
You should go under them and press X.
Are all the towers back on the other side? Yes, they
Yeah.
are. Okay. A lot of English dub is horrible, sadly. I don't believe that. I think dub back when was pretty bad, but it's pretty good
dub
now.
Back then, dub now.
Yeah, dub now is crazy.
Eons different. Like they
Yeah.
have super high like quality actors. Like a lot of the dub is good. Every now and then they might mess up a certain character. Like, oh man, I don't really think he'd sound like that. But I mean, that goes for Japanese too.
Right. Because people would
Like,
read the
there's a lot of
manga
times-
and then be like, "That he doesn't sound like that in my
Yeah,
head."
like personally, in My Hero, the Mineta's voice actor for the Japanese way better for the English because the English, man, dude, they made him sound so much more horrible than I think he would. Like he's a cringy character, don't get me wrong, but damn,
Yeah, they did
I don't want my skin to crawl every time.
They
he
did
comes
Great
on
Boy
screen.
Bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, where's this last tower? I burnt the first two. Where's the last one at?
I can't burn them because Sam's already burnt them. So I have to, like, wait, I guess.
That's funny.
Just do what I did, Sandra.
What'd you do?
Change realms.
Oh, but then we'll have to get back with each other sometime.
He just teleport.
Alright. We're in a crowded realm anyway. What should we go to?
It was
Oh, I
there.
found the final snow
Woo.
tower.
We'll go to Woo.
Whoa.
I hate that I feel cringy when I watch stuff in dub. I want to get out of that feeling. Yeah, I feel that.
I can get that, but that then don't. I don't know. I guess no other people don't feel that way, so don't discredit the dub.
Right, yeah.
But no, I do.
Some
feel
people
that
are
sometimes some things feel more serious when you're watching in the Japanese compared to watching it in American dub, because sometimes the word choice isn't the best.
Right, yeah, scripting can be off.
Yeah, the scripting can be off, and it'll be like, okay, this is kind of weird now. Yeah, I can totally see that.
I didn't become a weeb until I was 16. I didn't become a weeb until I was 21. I became a weeb when I was 9. Probably 9?
The whole thing is like, anime culture has improved to the point where it's not just super cringy anymore. So more and more people are getting into anime, and the whole thing is, it's like anime was never. It used to be this huge stigma,
Right.
but like that's just not how it is anymore. There's a lot of really awesome anime that anybody could enjoy. It's like if you like weightlifting, if you like baseball, basketball,
Volleyball.
there's an anime for each of those things that is very enjoyable and not just like some nonchalant like ew, like whatever that is, you know.
Yeah, my mom was one of those people who was like, "Are you watching pornography?" No, I am not, actually. I'm watching my boy Naruto go 9 tails, dude. But
Plus, I
isn't your
think
mom still like
especially- Especially nowadays, it's just like, look at the cartoons kids have now. They're
Yeah.
just so garbage
who
compared
can
to-
blame them for wanting to
Yeah, back in the day, they like Cartoon Network could compete. It's like we had shit like Ben 10, like Ed and Eddie, like all these different great cartoons.
Titans, yeah.
You had Teen Titans.
Stuff that
It's
was
like,
more like
yeah.
anime-esque that like requires brain capacity.
Now cartoons are just really dumb. It's like, damn, no wonder
See you,
kids are watching
deity.
anime now because there's just so much more
Have a good dinner.
sustenance in it. There's just a lot more that makes you think, like, because anime teaches you about like morality, like what choice would you have made in that situation,
Mhm.
you know? Sometimes the story are not as cut and dry as a standard story, so it's like it makes you second guess and not know what's happening.
My dad was always cool with anime. He watched anime with us when we were younger.
That's like Avatar: Last Airbender, banger.
Yeah.
You know, absolute banger.
Avatar
just-
was a banger.
Stuff like Avatar just isn't coming out anymore. At least not that I see. And Netflix originals are doing really well. I would say if you got any of
Yeah.
you in the comments that have liked Avatar: The Last Airbender, go watch The Dragon Prince on Netflix. It is 3D, so suck it up and just watch it. I promise you it's really good, and the 3D gets better second season.
It's not anime. It's
Oh,
like that same substance to it.
correct.
Gravity Falls.
Yeah, Gravity Falls is good. That's one that actually did come out like I think 4 years ago now. Maybe.
No, older than that, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
That's when I graduated high school. Was 4 years
I'm
ago.
trying to think of when it ended though.
Oh, who cares about when it ends?
It might have ended a year or two ago.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, Gravity
Munch-
Falls was amazing. It was
Munch
really good.
said
Yeah,
the
it was
animation
brilliant.
for Dragon Prince is horrible.
The what?
Munch said that the animation for Dragon Prince is bad.
I'd say the first season was pretty awful, but it gets much better, and eventually I've grown to like it a lot. It's pretty cool.
Are you guys ready to fight the keyholder?
I'd say the story's way more important than
No.
that. You should watch it.
I don't know. I'm not one of the people to be like, it doesn't look good, so I won't watch
The whole
it.
thing is, yeah, I'm not a person to just stigmatize, oh man, this is different. It's like Baki. Baki has 3D scenes, and it does alright. Not everything's 3D. Dragon Prince took a chance to do everything 3D, because the reason why they do that is so they can save money.
Code Lyoko.
Code Lyoko was banger.
Code Lyoko's 3D.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah.
When they were in Lyoko, yeah, it was.
They were
Yeah, true. Dragon Prince looks nothing like that, so be thankful.
I don't know. We're like, you want to see bad 3D animation?
I'll buy the key holders whenever you guys are ready.
We're already in a battle.
Oh, are you in a different realm with the key holders?
Yes, because you burnt all the freaking things.
I know, but tell me you're in a battle. Else we'll need to fight more.
I got Tinkle, but I'll be back.
No, you won't.
She dies, slips and falls on the toilet.
She slips into the forever abyss.
I'm not going to use Tempest because getting enough pips to kill these guys would take ages. So I'm just going to do my regular stuff and hit them with Kraken or something.
Ike.
If I had like 100% of power pip and I could get, 6 power pips real fast, then maybe I would do it, but Rip's not it.
That's alright. She'll have more pips.
Yeah, it's early game. It's not like we're close to dying or anything. Ready.
Oh, just in time.
You missed one turn already, but that's okay.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the first guy.
Go for it.
I don't know. New animes coming out too that are 3D are pretty good.
Yeah, they're getting better and better
Have
with
you guys
it.
watched Rick and Morty? Is that any good?
The problem is, okay, so the Rick and Morty fandom is kind of the same.
Yeah, My Hero.
Like Wick and Morty, Pickle Wick. However, Rick and Morty itself, it's pretty funny. I wouldn't say don't watch it.
I have not seen it. I do not know.
I know
You
the
have to see-
creator.
It's just about the humor. It just, does the humor match your humor or no?
Right.
I know the creator was friends with the creator of Gravity Falls, so they have some back and forth like
No, there is
universe
some,
stuff that
yeah, there's
ties
some
them
lore,
together.
and it's kind of funny. If you pay attention, you can find it. It's like in one.
Thank you for the hydrate, Munch.
Bro, why are you hitting me? I'm gonna die. This is gonna do like 600 damage.
You know,
Scotty,
I saw a
do-
sad post the other day, Scotty. Where it
So
was
what?
like, I saw a sad post where it was like still waiting for next summer from Gravity Falls.
Oof.
Scotty, do you
Gravity
remember
Falls ended, didn't it?
Full Metal
It did. But, like,
Alchemist?
it was like, see you next summer.
I tried rewatching Full Metal and I got like halfway through the first episode.
Oh shit! Why?
It wasn't bad. It was just like I don't know. I've never been very much of an anime guy,
Okay.
and I think that was most of it.
Dang. Second episode's hits.
I think it's because I'd already seen it, so I was watching like all the preposition and stuff. and I
No,
was
same.
like,
I started.
not
I went
having it.
to. I was bored yesterday night, Sandra. Right.
Yes.
So I went to watch Soul Eater. I was like, oh, let me
Oof.
see how that is. And I'm like,
Oof.
yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah. The first episode, and they're like,
There's just
ha
certain
ha
anime like that
ha.
that are better to watch when you're younger. you
Yeah.
know?
Before
Soul
you
Eater's
know
one of
that
those,
all the good
Fire
stuff's
Force
out
is
there.
One of those. Yeah.
Ooh, Sam gonna do some damage.
I'm gonna try.
You think you'll kill everyone?
No.
Who?
No.
The Ronin?
He's not gonna kill the first guy. He's not gonna kill the last guy.
Yeah. They'll still have some chunks of health on them, so
Okay.
be free to hit them hard.
Planning to hit the last guy next round.
Yeah, Soul Eater just doesn't hit no more. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, so.
If Sandra hits the last guy.
Yeah, you said it after I did it. Oh gosh, anime, huh?
It can really hit whoever though.
Let me bring up.
Do some good damage.
Like Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is a good anime if you're young.
Oh, you don't think it'd be good to watch anymore?
No.
Dang. Alright, let me
There's some
see.
really cool moments, but the lack of consequence in Fairy Tail kills me.
Oh, I gotcha. Alright, what's it say?
Like, Black Clover was already much better than Fairy Tail because there's actual consequences that happen and have happened.
I'm killing all of them. Do what you will.
Nice.
Heal or whatever.
Red-haired, Snow White. I'll know a zero! Oh, it slept
All
on.
those heroes are good.
So
Very
slept
good.
on. The swimsuit tournament from Fairy Tail is the only thing that holds up.
Damn right.
I thought
For the whole series of Fairy Tail, and I've watched it all. I've no greater pleasure would be to see Happy die.
I thought. Oh, Frosty, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I thought Another was good, but it was a lot of people's like first horror, and they were like, "This is the best thing I've ever
Oh my
watched."
God, it's the spookiest, scary, cool thing.
Like it was cool, but yeah, a lot of kids were like, "This is the best thing I've ever seen and will ever see."
Yeah. It's like Sword Art Online. It's like Sword Art Online. People were like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, best thing ever." It's like it wasn't horrible. You know, I see why people.
I thought it was
like
good.
it.
I thought it was good.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
bruh.
Beastars is another 3D one. I thought it was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Beastars 3D.
Yep. The animation's
Beastars second
really
season
good.
Got weird, but
The animation's so good. Fiverr is telling me I have a delivery due in 12 hours that I didn't know I had. So good that it reminded me.
where
At the
am I
dungeon
supposed to
if you guys
go
are
with
ready.
this? How are you in there, Scotty? How'd you get there?
What do you mean, how'd I get here?
It's
Oh,
open in part of a fence.
Mm,
Brand New Animal is pretty good.
what?
Brand New Animal.
Yeah, BNA.
Yep.
BNA was good.
DNA is good. Higurashi is good in horror, I think. So that's where you draw that line, right? So Higurashi is really good in horror, but the animation's like, woof.
Yeah,
I-
if some stuff doesn't stand up. Like, go look at Vampire Knight. Just look at it.
Literally, I was about to say, like, Vampire
Just
Knight.
go look at it. Like, I urge you. Like, just the styles change. I look at Vampire Knight and my brain hurts.
Yeah, it's...
It's like that and Code Geass. Code Geass is a cool anime. However, now go look at it.
1、2、3、にゃ、ありがとう。
I was so close not to making that.
Thank you for that,
There was
Frost.
a time where I was like, oh my god, like, I love all, like, this looks so cool. And then I go look back at it, and I'm like, oh my god. Why is his
That
head
happens
like
a lot
that?
The
Video
newer
games.
season is
Like, the
beautiful.
graphics
No.
are so good.
Oh, the
Yeah, that
rerun?
happens to me a lot with video games where I'm like, oh my god, this looks fucking awesome. And then I go back to it and I'm like, wow.
People
This is
were
shit.
upset with the Higurashi rerun because they thought it was a new season, but it was not, right? Right? Wasn't that what happened?
Here, let me go.
I forgot that, yeah, it just got, like, revamped or whatever.
I'll just go to my Crunchyroll. What is a queue? My watch list and see what's up.
I liked D and Angel back in the day, but it's been a long time since I've seen that. Devilman Crybaby's a good one. The animation
Yeah.
is lacking in a few parts there.
We like at the top we already got some bangers. We have Kenichi. We have
Big
Haikyuu.
money.
A continuation.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
so upset.
Okay.
That was the worst thing
So
ever.
that's
I'm
what
taking
made
that
people
spell out.
upset. They thought it was a rerun, but it was not, I guess. Got it. All right, Sam, can you do your Meteor sometime soon?
Medio time.
Guess I'll just... Okay.
Got a high school wasn't bad. My Hero's not bad. Twin
Yeah,
Star Exorcist
you
is
have
pretty
Elfen
good.
Lied. Is Elfen Lied better than another? It was like, you know, horror-y and
Well,
scary.
It is horror-y, scary, whatever. It is also to me personally, and this is just because I had a bad experience with who I watch Elfen Lied with. To me, Elfen Lied exudes cringe.
Okay.
I watched it with Alex H Word,
Ugh.
and he was just crying throughout the entire thing, and I'm like, what is the deal, man? So I just didn't know how to feel. I just felt awkward.
I think I cried once watching it, but...
Yeah, and then he would just sit there and listen to the music from Elfen
Ugh.
Lied for 3 months, and I'm good, man.
You know what is a hot take?
What?
I don't like Fully Cooley. And so many people are like, Fully Cooley's the best anime. I don't like it.
Well, that's because there's a bunch of people, right, that are really into the Kill la Kill lifestyle, which is fine. But the whole thing is just like, just because something is unique and there's only one of it does not mean it's like the most amazing thing ever.
I did not care for it. What?
What was that quote unquote anime we watched at your house? With the house husband?
Yeah,
that was
that's an anime. Yeah.
Oh, is that the name of it? House husband?
It's called...
Yeah.
What is it called?
Here, I'll go to Netflix.
The House Husband? I think so.
The Way of the House.
Yeah, The Way of the House Husband.
Great.
That one's
Love
fire.
What a great anime.
it. That was the best anime, dude.
It's very
Exactly.
agrosukoi,
And
where it's...
and it's manga panel. It's really good.
Yeah, it's really fun looking at.
Is it wrong to pick up a girl in a dungeon? Season 1 was
Never saw that.
Got Kill was alright. the
Never
manga
saw
was
it.
better.
Never saw that one, I don't think.
Fainting that guy. Let's see. ReZero is pretty insane. Never watched the 2nd season. Goblin Slayer is pretty good.
Okay, but Goblin Slayer is triggering at the beginning, right? It gets kind of rough.
An R-word scene.
Right, yeah, that would... Correct.
But the whole thing is like, yes, it does have that, right? And I don't know, people are upset, but it's just like, man, like it's serious. I don't know.
I guess it's serious in the same way Attack on Titan has scenes like, yeah, where people
You
just
fucking
fucking
eat
die.
people,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It's just like, okay, horrible shit happens, and next.
Right. Yeah.
Fam's gonna fizzle. That sucks.
Oof.
Ooh, we're all fizzling. No.
Ah!
Shield Hero
Negative
is good.
45 on him. What are you gonna do?
Oh,
I
Lord.
like Shield Hero. Shield Hero is pretty nice.
Focus on the main.
Never-
guy.
I haven't
Slayer,
seen
of
that
course,
one
was pretty
either.
good.
Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's really good. It's due for a 2nd season sometime soon.
The 2nd season's out, Summer.
Did we watch the 2nd season?
No. It's coming
Didn't-
out, like, weekly right now.
Oh,
But
okay.
it is redoing the Mugen Train arc.
Oh, that's right, the movie. Yeah, okay.
Which is fine, because, I mean, people were complaining about, like, every anime does that. Like, in Dragon Ball, like, for both, Dragon Ball redid the Beerus arc.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if it redid Broly. I don't think it redid Broly. It redid Frieza, so it redid both those
I mean,
movies.
to me, isn't that better than, like, Naruto, where all the movies are not canon anyway?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't get why people are
Movie's
upset about
canon
that. It's
in
like, I get it, you want to jump back into it as fast as possible. However, some people just never had a theater in their town and never got to see the movie.
Yeah.
Oh man, you could go watch it illegally. It's like, I'm sure you could.
What about Juju, Sam?
Oh, Juju is a banger. Jujutsu Kaisen's pretty insane, and I have rewatched it, so
Dang.
I am waiting for that next season. Juju was very good, very unexpected gem.
Yeah, I believe that.
It brings back that feel of old Naruto.
Huh.
Sandra,
God!
Like,
you're
what the fuck, Sandra? That's the most
immediately
bullshit
just
I've
bumped
ever
into a
seen.
battle.
Oh.
That was awful.
I don't even have the health to compete in that fight.
Scotty, get us out of here.
I'll try my best. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, this one's gonna be over soon. Nice.
It seems like you were seeing things a split second before I do, because you were like, nice, and I didn't even know how many pips you got.
That's what I'm saying. Scotty's like seeing the future.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's seeing the future.
Played the game for so long that I can just tell what's gonna happen.
I'm sure that's it.
This isn't gonna kill any of them, but it's gonna do like
I'll see.
70%
I'll see.
damage to all of them.
35. Damn, bro.
What about Magi, Sam? What do you think about Magi?
Oh, Magi was also a banger. That's a very slept-on banger because I don't hear anybody talk about Magi.
I remember I watched it. It
What
quite
about Mob Psycho. Yo, Ben.
Mob Psycho. Heck yeah.
There we go, Sandra. How's that?
There we
Mob
go.
Psycho's good, but Magi is one that is slept on because, like I said, I don't hear anybody talk about it because you have both series of Magi. There should be a third series coming out eventually, and then they had the Adventures of Sinbad, which was also an amazing, like, short 12-episode series.
Is Magi a Netflix original? The other one is,
think so.
right? The Seven Deadly Sins is, right?
Seven Deadly Sins, a Netflix original. I don't think. Let me check Magi. No, Magi's not.
I have another hot take.
What?
I don't care for Evangelion.
That's all right.
And people love Evangelion with like their
People love
entire heart.
Evangelion because they can't understand it fully. And it's like it makes them like, I don't know. I see why Evangelion has so much of a following because it's like that's one of the anime that will stall you. Like you're trying to think like what to do, like what's gonna happen, and you're just not gonna guess it because the homie who wrote it didn't know what was going on either. However, I do need to watch the new Evangelion movie. It's like I'm this far deep in the honey pot, you know.
We're going to Hyomang, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Hoi Mang.
Hyomang. Okay, I think it's Mang. I don't know Chinese, but I'm guessing. Okay, this might be what we.
30 minutes.
No, an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh.
Should we go anyway? Though the last one we did that said it would take that long didn't. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but we're in a further world. Like the whole thing
Yeah,
is what
this
I've
one's
noticed
gonna
about
be
this.
much.
Yeah, what I've noticed
difficult.
about this world, right, is that I believe I and we all like we're surviving, but we're definitely under-leveled because the items I'm getting I can't even put on. Like it's like hey,
That's
level
true,
35.
same.
Even the shops are like, oh, you can't buy this unless you're level 35. So I think
Yeah,
what
I've
I'm
got a
gonna be
couple of
doing
those.
at some point this week, I'm gonna go to Marleybone and just grind out some side quests
Mm-hmm.
to see if I can get a couple levels under my belt. Because right now I am
So-
level 31.
I am
Yeah,
level
so-
29. No, I might be 30 now. I am level 30.
I'm
You lagged out. What level?
32.
Okay, so I think we're close, but I do think we need to do like some grinding. Just at least a
Okay.
35, and then we can like, or close to 35, just because then we can actually do stuff here.
You have some like cool gear, but like I can't.
Yeah,
put
that's the
it
thing. I literally like I just got a cool hat, and the whole thing is like I'm kind of
Ooh.
behind you guys because in Marleybone I didn't really get good gear at all. Like throughout the entire Marleybone, I got like a hat
I never.
jacket.
That's okay.
So like I definitely need to go back to
Oh.
Marleybone and try to get some gear. Or there were the homies that were helping us that said we should go to Olympus and do the Olympus dungeon since we're level 30 now. Because he said that's gear that we could wear like for a long time, and so
Yeah.
I'm very interested in that.
So we're calling it there on the main quest for now.
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's a good place to call it. How good is Dr. Stone? I'm gonna watch it after ReZero, says Ben. Dr. Stone, very good. Very good. Has a lot of cool sciencey stuff. Very interesting. I'd definitely say it's worth.
I realized that the deck I bought last time I never filled, so I was still using my other deck. But that's okay. I need to finish it. Evangelion sucks. I don't know.
Let me go back to my list.
I'm gonna do some.
Yeah, Dr. Stone.
I need to get some berries. I don't know where the
Promised
village
Neverland
is.
season 1 was
Oh,
really good. I heard season 2 is meh.
Kristen Fields Palace Outpost. I don't know. I need a map.
The whole Dragon Ball series is really good. If you've never seen
Hatsu
it, and,
Village.
like, wondering why everyone liked Goku, it's like there's a reason.
Is this
Go
not
back
the
and watch
village?
Dragon Ball because
Maybe
Dragon
I'm
Ball is
in
one
the
of those
village.
old anime that do stand up. I think it's very funny. It's more of a
Town
lot more
outskirts?
comedy than the recent ones are. There's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
was
yes.
epic.
Okay. Sick.
And then Dragon Ball Super is aight. I'll give it the aight.
Got it. Got it.
Brings
One
in a lot of
Punch?
cool lore, but just I wish more characters were active.
Sam.
What?
One Punch?
One Punch was good. Season 2 I heard was pretty middling, pretty mid.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it wasn't really about One Punch Man, it was about this other character.
Oh, huh.
But I mean, One Punch Man wasn't.
Oh my god, Owari no Seraph, dude.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. For some reason, no one talks about it. It's really good.
Nobody.
I liked Pandora Hearts, but it didn't finish, which was upsetting. The manga, I read all of it, but... And then the anime started coming out, and I was like, oh my god, but it's only like 12 episodes.
I can see why it didn't finish. I'm sorry.
It's alright. Was Perfect Blue the horror one we watched? With Nichols?
Perfect Blue is like out on Netflix right now, I think.
Was that the horror movie?
No.
Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about? With the ballerina girl?
Ballerina girl.
She rips her face off?
No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It was like an anime movie. I'm pretty sure it was Perfect Blue. Now I gotta look. Hold on. It was. No, was it? Yes, she's an idol. Not a ballerina. She's an idol. You don't remember that?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
The other girl's like, I want your
The other girl,
everything.
like, wants to be her, yeah.
Oh, Premiere. Premiere is pretty good.
Promare, yeah, made by, what was it? What's the studio?
I couldn't tell you that.
Because they made an episode of the Star Wars.
Oh, hold on. I'll be right back, Munch.
Studio what? The Promare was good. The English dub for Promare was pretty wild, if you've ever had the pleasure of watching that. My god, Scotty. So the whole thing is like... Alright, I'm trying to, like, get it in my mind to explain it to you in a way that doesn't sound awful, but I don't think there is a way.
Yeah, sorry,
So
Munch. I don't think we
they're,
have
like,
any
they're
cats
in
inside
Promare,
right
they're,
now.
like firefighters, and there's these homies that start fires. Right?
Studio Trigger, Sam.
Studio Trigger, that's it. Yeah. So they're
Sorry.
like this one main guy, the main boy, is like very into being a firefighter, and like it's all about willpower. And he's like, I'm gonna put out the fire with my firefighting spirit. And it's just like he says that a lot. And yeah, like I said, it's something when you're watching in the dub, it kind of takes you back to reality, and you're like, oh my god.
Right.
Because if someone said that in real life, they'd be like, I don't know, you just look at them weird. Well, listening to something in Japanese does help take away the reality. It really does, and lets you just be enveloped in the world more. Because, yeah, watching My Hero, at least the first season in the dub, is cursed because Deku's just such a little bitch.
Gotcha.
Okay, gotcha.
Your Lie in April.
Your Lie in April was good. It's a classic, like, tearjerker, like Clanad or whatever.
Oh, Clannad.
I was very into playing piano at the time, so Your Lie in April was very good.
Sam, your thoughts on Attack on Titan?
Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan falls into the same category as those like anime like Sword Art. You know, it was a lot of people's first anime, and it's really cool that it brought a lot of people into the anime genre. You know, however, it is people's first invitation to something that graphic. So a lot of people latched onto it like it was meth. All right, and like the meth addicts, they have been crazy about it ever since. Which is fine. Everybody's like, oh, it has a favorite anime and everything, but like, especially with the later season of Attack on Titan, I'm just not the biggest fan. I really like season 1. Season 2 was alright, and then it got super politicky, and then it just got weird with the whole, I won't spoil anything, but with all the stuff they've done.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I even picked up and read the manga because it like the series stopped at a weird time, and I was like, I need to know more. But after finally seeing it all, it was just a weird, like, why'd it have to happen like that scenario. And whatever. I mean, it's going to get people talking, so it's going to do its job. But personally, it's not my favorite anime out there. I'm under the assumption just because something is super, like, I don't know, I have certain people in my friend group. Yeah. I have certain people in my friend group that are they make a lot of life choices based on if something is just unique. And they're like, oh, because this is super unique, therefore it is the best thing ever. And that's just not always the case. You know, it's like, you can find a fossil, right? And it could be a T-Rex head, and that's really cool, it's really unique, you know? Or you could find a fossilized piece of shit. Yes, it's unique. It's not as cool as the T-Rex skull, though.
Food Wars.
Food Wars was good. I mean, it's one of those shows where you can't watch it around your family, for sure. But what the cool part about Food Wars is that all those recipes are helped made by real chefs. So you can make everything in Food Wars. You can go find the recipe. And you can go on YouTube and watch people make it.
I'm not done with Food Wars, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been into competitive cooking shows, so watching it when it gets serious like that, like, obviously, it goes way over the top. You know, and that, I mean, I can't say it doesn't. But if you can put that aside, and it does get less over the top the further into the series you go, I think it's definitely more of a grab your attention at the beginning.
Fight these guys. Right.
I don't know. It's like someone coming up to me and be like, dude, have you seen High School DxD? It's like the best anime. And I'm like, alright, man.
Yeah, that does die down, though.
It definitely does, you know?
I don't love it, but I get that. That's kind of me much. I feel that same way.
Or which one are you talking about?
Food Wars.
Yeah, Food Wars does die down. The High School doesn't really die down.
Did you just install my High School DxD?
No, the whole thing, I mean, listen, I'll sit right next to you. I'm not gonna lie, I've watched all of it. It's one of those ones that I watched in the beginning, and I was like, whoa, you know, because where the hell else, as a 12-year-old boy, like, that's the whole thing. It's like, I can totally understand the appeal, you know? It's not bad. It was hilarious, don't get me wrong. The English dub to that show was fucking funny. When the okay, I will. No, I don't know if I want to spoil this part.
Don't spoil.
Oh man, it's such a good line. It's such a good line. Oh, speaking of good lines, if you have not seen it, Castlevania. Castlevania goes unbelievably.
Oh, I should not have used that. Sam, what you should watch is Yume Iro Passeter.
What's that?
That is another like cooking anime. It's this little girl who wants to make desserts. And she falls in love with the boy who's her competitor, I think.
Ah, I see. I used to be into desserts. As much into desserts anymore.
Sam likes Castlevania a lot. I have not seen it, though.
Castlevania was really good. I did like it a lot. However, I mean, I didn't play the game, so who knows? Maybe it's not true to the game, but as a series, damn. That was a really good series. The third season was insane. The lines, the scripting in Castlevania was insane. Like, they said some of the most metal shit you would ever hear. And it was just, like, stuff that you wouldn't hear normally in a movie. Where, because it's Netflix, they can just do it and they're not really restricted, right?
Yeah.
What are you giggling about?
No, just you being like, it's metal.
It was. Some of the lines, I mean, you heard me repeat those lines for like a week.
Yeah. They really stuck to you.
They did. It left an impact, and I was like, because it, you know, like I said, it was very, I don't know, it was very different, and it was very just good. It took everything about like a really cool action, funny. It was like it was everything you'd want a D&D adventure to be, you know, if it was perfect.
Sam.
What?
Oh god, what was the one Black Butler.
Every girl probably is fine to like Black Butler, and if you're a dude and you like Black Butler, that's okay. But it's definitely more of a girl anime. Yeah. That's all I have to say about that.
What about Hunter x Hunter? That's what we're watching right now.
Oh.
Da-na-dun-dun-na.
So, Hunter x Hunter is one of those weird anime, right?
Mhm.
That I kept looking, I was judging the book by its cover hard, because I just saw a boy dressed in all green with weird shorts and shoes. And I was like, fuck that kid. You know, I was like, it took me a while to get the courage to click on it. Like, everything else was watched before I clicked on Hunter x Hunter. Except One Piece, because I had standards, you know.
Got it.
So, like, I finally clicked on Hunter x Hunter, and yeah, I was very surprised. As soon as you get in, the action starts pretty swiftly. You get into the Hunter exams, and from then on, it kind of just explodes, and all this stuff is constantly happening.
Did you ever watch Zatch Bell?
Zach Bell? You showed me Zach Bell, man.
Zatch with a T.
Yeah, I know.
Not Zach.
I don't care.
Zatch
I don't
Bell.
care about Zach Bell either. I'm sorry.
Oh, what about JoJo?
Remember 07?
07 Ghost.
That was awful.
Oh, you're rude.
That was some shit.
You're
That was worse than
rude.
Vampire Night.
Wow! I like
That
both
was
of those,
so
so I'm not
bad.
offended.
That was one of those anime where you had to be young to watch it. You know, to be fair, like we were too old, or I was too old. So Sandra's like, oh, look at this really cool anime. And literally half an episode went by, and I looked at her and surmised the entire plot, and Sandra just looks at me and goes, oh, have you seen this before? And I'm like, no, I haven't.
It was also a little more homosexual than I had remembered, but
Oh, very.
that's alright.
Which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
alright.
Personally, not my cup of tea. For some people, they go, ooh. For me, it's like, oh man, nice. It's I don't know. It's homosexual in a weird way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're not straightforward about how they feel. They kind of act.
Yeah, it's like I'm totally fine with there being a homosexual relationship. Just have it happen naturally, like any
Like
other
the boys-
relationship,
the
instead of
boys are
just being
toxic
like,
and shit.
yeah, exactly, the boys. Let's see, what other anime have we watched together?
Oh, Promise Neverland?
Promise Neverland was alright. First season was really good.
I really liked the first season, and I'm worried to watch the second season, because people hated it.
People don't like the second season. People, in general, don't really like the series going on.
Okay.
Just because it doesn't capture the
I-
same vibe.
I
of
thought the first
shock and
season was-
awe of the first season.
Yeah, it was good to just end, but then it didn't, so...
Yeah. I'm fine with it, in my mind, ending at the first season.
Right.
Goku solos, your favorite verse, no debate. Basically, Goku's really strong. If it's just a strength debate, like, of course there's gimmicks, right? Like, yeah, the Death Note. The Death Note kill anybody.
Death Note,
Fuck
yeah.
Death Note. Death Note is one of those other shows that's just like, you have a bunch of cringy fucks going around, I eat a potato chip. It makes your soul wither.
Oh, Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, very similar vibe where girls were like,
Yeah.
or I guess people in general were like, I am
Tokyo Ghoul is
now
wild.
Kaneki.
Yeah, I am
Kaneki.
now a ghoul. I
Yeah.
am now a ghoul. But Tokyo Ghoul wasn't bad. I'll be honest. It was one of those shows where it's like, at the time I thought it was pretty odd, but like looking back on it, it was a really good show. Pretty
Dang.
wild. The ideas were wild, you know.
Oh,
All
Assassination
the-
Classroom.
It's actually a Classroom's banger.
I have not seen it.
It's everything. It's weird because it's like a slice of life, along with like, you know, a lot of other serious stuff going on. That's not really. It's like slice of life sci-fi.
Mm.
and it's very comedic. Like you will laugh a couple times during the series, like out loud, and I don't like laughing out loud.
I can't relate. I love laughing out loud.
Not to myself, you know. Like usually, if I'm watching something, I'm pretty contained in my own mind. But like
Really?
sometimes where it's like, I mean, yeah, if I'm watching something by myself, I'm just chilling, you know. Even when I'm playing games, like I don't like. If I'm playing like a solitary game by myself, I'm not being like, oh damn, like I'm not voicing
Really?
what I'm thinking.
I always voice what I think.
Yeah. So the fact that like I don't know, Assassin's Creed Clash a couple times just had me giggling or whatever. It's
Yeah.
more. I don't know. I have a more sophisticated humor. I'd like to think, just because I don't hear a fart
Sounds like
and
a
then
Rick and
giggle.
Morty fan.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, get burned! Wow.
That's the one thing I know where they're like, oh, you would not understand the humor or something.
What do you mean not understand the humor in Rick and Morty? Humor in Rick and Morty's like 1 + 1.
Bro, it made me
Oh.
cry. I've not seen it. I wish to see it soon. But I gotta finish Hunter first, and who knows how many episodes of that we got left.
Flat humor be like haha fart sound. I hate that.
Ain't gonna lie, sometimes I laugh at that.
No, I don't. To me, it just pisses me off. That you think some people think they're funny when they walk into a room and shit themselves. Like, alright. Really, Sandra? You're a child.
No, I think it's just the way you worded it is very funny.
It's just like, man, like, fucking, dude. Aaron's probably gonna hear me, but Aaron sometimes just walks in and farts or like thinks he's hilarious. I'm like, Aaron, why'd you go out of your way to be disgusting?
Right. Damn.
What else? Let me go back to the anime page and look. Konosuba was funny. It's an isekai that doesn't take itself seriously.
Konosuba's okay.
Nambaka, that was pretty wild. Nice Tikawai was a really funny.
I have not seen it.
Very funny slice of life.
Are you winning? Yeah, Dad, I am.
Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches was the first manga I ever read, and then it got turned into an anime. So personally, I like it for that reason. Blue Exorcist was aight.
Will this do 1 extra damage? We'll see.
Erased was really good.
Is Erased an anime or a movie?
Anime.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Oh my
I didn't
God,
remember,
died.
because we sat down and watched it all at the same time, so I didn't remember if it was just continuous or not. Konosuba's amazing. Okay. I cosplayed, Darkness.
Plastic Memories was another sad one, along with Angel Beats.
Yep, I cosplayed Darkness 2 years ago for some convention.
Toradora was good.
Toradora, yeah.
Those are good.
Parasite? I think Parasite's good.
Parasite was good. Definitely
Yeah.
not bad. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I think everything in the show went well.
There was something I was like, oh, but I don't remember what it was, but my overall impression is still good of it, so I guess that's what matters.
If you ever want to watch a good, like, inspiring anime, Hajime no Ippo is always good.
Don't know what that is.
It's a classic boxing anime.
God dang it, Sam.
It's good.
That's old. You're an old man, Sam.
What, Hajime no Ippo?
Apparently.
It is older. It is older. But I read the manga and then I watched the show. It still stood up. I mean,
Kenichi's old
old.
too, though, right?
I wasn't old. Kenichi, yeah, came out in like, what, 2008?
I'm old. I watched Naruto. 1999,
It's
are
like
you there?
All these shows, like all these older shows that we know, right? Because anime only blew up recently, alright? Back in the day, there were like 7 fucking things to watch, right? You had your classic Naruto, your Bleach, right? Fairy Tail didn't
Pokemon.
come until like 2011.
Yeah.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Alright?
Yep.
Once you start getting the older anime, like when we were watching, there was just this shit. Like, it was only about 2010, 2011 when anime sprung into existence for everyone else. And like, you know, now, and what I mean by that is like there's more to watch now than ever.
Popper said anime only blew up recently. Attack on Titan aired in 2013.
It's recent. That's only a couple years ago.
That's
That shit was coming out in, like, the
8
70s
years
and
ago. No, I feel
40
you.
Years.
I feel you.
And it was in a long time. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Munch Ippo is
how
like
much has anime grown in just the 8 years since Attack on Titan has come out?
Ippo is like fighting term. Like the first point is called Ippo. And so it's like the name of the anime is the first point, I believe.
Full Metal Panic. That was also good.
Never finished that, I don't think.
Gurren Lagann was a good one.
Never watched that one either. 8 years ago. That's a third of our life, Sam.
Exactly. It's a long time. It's a long but short time.
Gurren
You know what I'm
Lagann's
saying? Like,
insane. I would like to watch it because they were saying that what'd they say that that Premiere was a mix between Fire Force and Gurren Lagann, right?
kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think people were saying that.
Fate's Day Night, all of the Fate shows kind of went off the rail. There's just so many in such a short amount of time.
I watched some of it, but I couldn't tell if it was the first season.
There's Zero, which is the first, and there's Fate's Day Night, which I believe is the second, and then it just spiraled from there. I don't know where it went.
Yeah. It's because they were both made by Studio Trigger. Oh, okay, gotcha.
That makes sense. Yeah, I do highly recommend Castlevania. But you guys can
can't
watch
do
Pacific
Fate.
Rim Black if you like Pacific Rim.
Is that the newest one? That the
It's like the animated Pacific Rim, very good.
Oh. I thought the one original guy made one recently and everyone was like, "Yes, back to how it was," or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the whole thing is like the very first Pacific Rim was made by Guillermo del Toro,
Right.
right? He's the classic like monster, like he makes all the monsters like Pan's Labyrinth, all that kind of Hellboy. Like he helped with all those things and bring it to life. So he wanted to make a kaiju movie. You know, robots versus giant monsters. What better way to do it? And so that's basically what the first movie was about. And like it was good in the fact of like the kaiju action was amazing. And he made sure to put like no people in the buildings because it wasn't about like the terror like the monsters were causing. It was about fighting the robots and being cool. However, Pacific Rim 2, they did not let him, like, he quit the project because they were trying to make it different than what his vision was. And so he abandoned it. And then all the stuff that was, you know, it wasn't the same movie. It just wasn't the same story.
Gotcha.
There was people in buildings, you know, it was more focused on, like, terror. It just wasn't as
Yeah,
solid
like
as a narrative.
How you would feel if you were there.
Yeah.
Right.
And it wasn't about that. It was about that.
Popper said, "Sam is so cultured."
I try to be. I try to be well informed on things I speak about. Because I think an educated opinion is worth way more than just an opinion. And
Amen.
I hate when someone tries to weigh their opinion against my educated opinion.
Amen.
Because no, it's not worth as much as
No, I think Pacific Rim 2 better because people.
That's not even like if you like Pacific Rim 2 and you think it's a better movie, that's fine too. But it's just like you have different reasons for liking it than other people, and that's chill. But the whole yeah, I just don't like when people start talking about facts and then they have some fucked opinion based on not reality.
Yeah.
Because it's just like it only takes like
Scotty.
Sure. Bye, Scotty.
Scotty being here in the background.
Yeah, but it only takes like 5 minutes to go get educated on something nowadays with the internet. So it's like if you're not sure on something, just go look it up.
It's
like
okay
just the
to.
other day it was super funny. It was super funny. It was like yesterday actually. Where my friend
I
was
should
like,
not have deleted that.
Yo, he was like, blah blah blah, torrent this game, right? And Aaron was like, but every time I torrent a game, it says something to my bank, and we're like, it shouldn't because a torrent is free, you know. And Aaron, he just didn't know the definition of torrent and was thinking it was something else. So I was like, just look it up. If you don't know what it is, look it up.
I appreciate people who when they hear something change their opinion instead of thinking
Yes,
that like
so
they
many
can't.
people don't change their opinion. Like so many people are like they, I don't know, their brains are like concrete that's already set.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Not
just
like water. Yeah, who can
what's
like.
wrong? Like, what's wrong with changing your opinion? Like, you can come across new facts and see things in a new light and be like, oh, I think of it this way now. Like, I don't think the same way I thought 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like, some people are just so stalwart and proud to the point where it just hurts society.
Yeah.
Like, some people I talk to and it just hurts me. It's just like, you can tell that you could say
Anything.
Because I took a lot of debating classes, right? And I think everybody should, because it taught me this life skill about changing my opinions. Because people can bring up really good points, and some people refuse to listen to those points.
Mhm.
And it's just like, I don't know. It makes you view people a different way. Because you ever hear that saying that you should listen twice as much than you should talk?
Right.
As you should talk. And there's some truth to that. Like, just next time you're in a room, and like maybe with your family, or like family dinner, or be around your friends, just listen. Like, don't participate in the conversation for a moment. Just sit back and listen and just think. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
It's pretty
stuff
wild
we
to
can come up
think.
with. It is. You know, I don't know. It's just like, yeah. And then you ask someone, and then like you can. Some people get hyper defensive, especially nowadays. Like, I don't know. I guess they always have. I shouldn't say nowadays.
Yeah.
People have always been hyper defensive, but
It's uh-oh.
because like I said, if I'm not educated about a subject, I don't like to speak about it.
Oh, that's
or
right.
I'll be like, hey, give me a couple minutes to go learn up on it, and then I'll.
Oh,
come
I gotta
back, and
catch
then
a
we can talk.
one? Is that what? Yeah.
Because we've all know. If anything American school is good at, it's taught us how to use the internet to find out.
Answers?
Yeah, literally. It's like the half of our school is just, oh man, I'm gonna go find this out on the internet. And it's solid, you know, we find 30 sources saying the same thing, so don't read just one source, because then your opinion is, you know, one source strong. Read a couple. Come to your own truth.
Dang. Dang, I lost. Okay.
It's like, do you want to hear a crazy theory that I've been throwing out here, right?
Oh, no.
No, this one's too woke.
Alright.
I only thought of it just the other day.
Well, you can tell me on our walk. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
on our walk.
I'm gonna go raid someone.
We're gonna go walk and we're gonna go eat snack. I'm hungry.
I'm so ready to eat snack. Oh my god. Why'd you have to mention snack?
Snack. Food.
Dang. Who's
Alright,
alive?
well, goodbye, Sandra Cheese Chat.
Goodbye, Sam.
I'll miss you.
Aw.
Especially you, Munch.
Munch, I'll miss you. Wow.
Yeah, we have good talks, Munch.
Munch,
You listen,
Munch,
you're a good guy.
Munch said get some munchies. Haha.
Aw.
He said, haha,
You know
miss
it.
you, Sam. Aw, cute.
Yeah. The last thing I'll say is people with different opinions not being friends is dumb.
Oh, she's kind
I
of
see
big, Munch.
Who the fuck is big?
No, I like to raid like smaller tubers.
Oh.
And he
yeah, out.
suggested one, but they're kind of a bigger person, I think.
It just depends. It could pay off because then maybe one time when they end their
Well,
stream, they could raid you.
I know, but their stream isn't started yet.
Oh, well, yeah, that's kind of rough.
Yeah. Oh,
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna head off. I will see you.
aye, Captain. I don't know. Would she be able to like pay attention if I raid her right away? I know the guy we raided last time's on. Connects is on. Yes, she's chatting with me right now. Okay. That's not the person who I wanted to go to their channel. This is the channel I want to go to. Yeah, her stream's just starting too. Okay, I guess we'll wait until... I hope she starts her stream soon. Ooh, it's an 18 plus stream, Munch. I don't know if I can do that. It should be fine, but I do know some of my viewers are not that old. It just depends why it's 18 plus, I guess. It shouldn't be a big problem, I wouldn't think. She's a barista. A witch barista. Her things are so cute. Notification pixel art. Yeah, she's super chill. She hasn't started. She ain't starting yet. I'll follow her. Maybe if she gets on sometime when we stream next, I can read her. Valorous is on again, playing. Never mind, she's here. Is she? Let me see. Oh, she's super cute. Oh, she's super cute. Oh, shoot. All right. Thank you all so much for coming. It's time we spread our love and cheer with another person. So, yeah, we're going to go raid Tina.
Yeah.
Look at Tina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're moving different ways. That's weird.
Thank you, everyone, so much for coming. Show her your support, and she's going to play the Elder Scrolls. Tomorrow I'll play something. I haven't decided what, because we finished Little Nightmares. So, thank you all so much for coming.
That'd be a fun game for you to stream. Skyrim?
Skyrim?
Mm-hmm.
Is that PC?
Yeah.
Does that cost money?
Yeah. Not much. It goes on sale all the time. Plus, I have it, so you can stream it on my computer.
I can just log into your Steam.
Yeah, you could log into my Steam and download it.
Okay. It's good. All right. I don't want to cut her off, but we're going to go read her. What?
Right. Yeah. Because if you've never... Oh, no. If you've never played Skyrim, it's definitely worth a playthrough. I only played through it a couple of years ago.
Oh, also this Saturday we're doing Phasmo if you'd like to see it. Be there or be square. Go show Tina some love. Love you all. Bye.
Check out that piano, dude. That piano's so good.
Another team, of course.
How'd I do that good, Sandra?
Of course. Get out of here.
All with charcoal.
Yes, charcoal. You made it. You don't remember?